wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Remember what I told you?
Hi, welcome to Words Way Back. I am Rob Word, your host, and we are going way back tonight to 1932 with a film called Without Honor starring Carey Sr. That's right, it's way back. Carey was one of the biggest stars in Westerns in the silent era, and this is a talkie, so don't worry about that. Although, back in the teens, Carey made films with a young director named Jack Ford. Of course, you know him as John Ford. Well, he and Jack Ford made dozens of Westerns with Harry as Cheyenne Harry. In fact, the very first feature film that the legendary John Ford ever directed, Straight Shooting, 1917, is available for you all to see. It's up on YouTube and it's everywhere. It's wonderful that that film is preserved because so many of them have been lost. Well, Carey, at the end of the 20s, was hired by M.G.M. to star in a silent epic film called Trader Horn that was shot on location in Africa. Well, just as it was finished and ready for release, talkies came in and they said, well, we've got to go back to Africa and shoot it again and maybe do a lot of it in the sound stages at the studio. So, Harry, you need to come back. And he says, no, that's another movie. You have to pay me again. And they did. So the film turned out to be M.G.M's biggest hit of the year, maybe of several years, Trader Horn, an epic film. Well, M.G.M. then blackballed Carey because they didn't like him holding them for ransom. You know what happened to Harry? You've heard about the Poverty Row Studios? Well, Mascot was one of them, turning out some of the best serials of all time. Carey was starring in serials for Mascot Pictures. They were good. They were done in 1933, 34, and in 1932, Carey made Without Honor for a Poverty Row studio. Wasn't even as big as Mascot, but he's looking for the murderer of his brother, who had been a Texas Ranger. He's also been blamed for something he didn't do, and so Carey is trying to preserve the integrity, prove his brother was innocent, and solve the murder. There's also a lot of contemporary things in this film. It's been called a Western filming war, an early version of film noir. There is child abuse. There is a lot of gunplay. And Carey, above it all, had a distinctive acting style. It's sort of carried over from his silent days. In Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Carey was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in that James Stewart, Frank Capra movie. It's a classic. I think you're going to enjoy this film tonight. If you do, let us know. There's some scenes in this that will just shock you, but there's also some typical B-Western action. I enjoy seeing Carey, and you're also going to see Mae Bush in this movie, just a couple of years before she played Oliver Hardy's wife in the classic Sons of the Desert. So sit back and then jot us a note. Leave us a thumbs up and check out our Patreon page too, because a lot of you have joined our Patreon posse, and because of that, we're able to continue presenting these unusual films. For me, I love them, and I hope we're able to keep going with them as long as I can still stand. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hello, Jack.
How are you, Pete?
Good, how are you?
Couldn't be better.
You're sure looking fine.
Well, you lied away.
Say, that's right pretty, ain't it?
Not so bad. Where you going?
Oh, there's been quite a depression over the American side of the line. I'm going over to Mexico. Boys want a game over there, and I'm figuring on accommodating.
Be careful over there. That's a pretty hard lot. Might get in trouble.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just going over there on a social visit.
Kind of bad. One brother a ranger, the other a lone wolf. I'd hate to have to come after you, Pete.
Don't you worry. I don't take any chances. You're the bird that does all that. Well, good to see you again.
To see you.
So long.
I'll be waiting for you.
That gang of smugglers have picked off 2 of our men this month, Mac. I hate to send young Marlin on their trail.
He's the right man, Chief. Next to his brother Pete, Jack Marlin's the fastest gunman on the Texas border.
I guess you're right. Guess that's him now.
Hi, Pete. Send for me?
Yes, Jack.
Sorry, I'm a little late. I sneaked over on the Mexican side looking for that bunch of killers.
Well, Jack, I'm afraid I've got a little tougher job than that for you.
Well, I didn't join the Rangers to twirl my thumb.
Well, this job is to go after the smugglers along the border. Your brother Pete's back in this territory. You may find him mixed up with them.
Well, I don't think so, Chief. But if he is, it's just too bad for him.
Had anything to eat?
No, I'll go get something now. Be leaving at daylight.
Good luck, boy.
Thanks. See you again, McLean. Goodbye, Jack. Good luck. Thank you.
¿Cómo está, señor?
Hello there, hi.
Muy bien, gracias. Ayo.
Hi.
See you still got the 10 night force, eh?
Yeah, same old fella.
You don't like to tell him to me?
No, I reckon not. Say, how much you think he's worth?
Well, this horse, senor, is but about $300.
You got that much with you now?
Oh, no, Mr. Marlin, I don't got $300, but I got $50 here. I give you $50.
You give me that on account.
All right, sir. I go back to the ranch and get them all right quick, eh?
All right.
Muchas gracias, senor.
Now, wait a minute. Don't take that horse away till you bring back that money.
Oh, no, I leave him here. Ah, muy bien, caballo.
You think I wasn't going to show up?
Oh, I knew you'd come, Pete.
Well, of course, I had to come. I had to give you fellas a chance to get eating for last night.
Meet my friend Jim Bowman. Pete Marlin.
Hiya, Pete.
Hiya, Mr. Bowman. Say, you got cards enough here for a game of solitaire. Hold on. Say, I wouldn't do that if I was you, Bowman. The smoke hurts my eyes. I'll be all right if I sit here?
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Hey, I didn't know he was that kind of a bird.
Oh, say, he takes the game too seriously. Ain't take me. I just played sociability. Say, I don't know where you fellas get all this money, but you seem to have plenty of it.
We'd have a lot more if we had your brains.
Brains? Lord, I ain't got any brains. Lady Luck takes care of me.
You wouldn't mind making a fellow acquainted with her, would you?
I don't know. She's a particular old gal.
Well, let's see what happens this time.
I'll look for you about noon, Mac.
All right, Cap.
That looks like Jack Moran's horse.
Oh, man. Come on, let's go. What's they do? Get him out. Come on. Where do you hit at? You hit right. Get right inside. Stay back there. Stay back. Well, let Mr. Anderson in.
What's all this crowd about? What's the matter, McLean?
Somebody got Jack Marlin
No. Well, that's too bad. Where is he?
inside.
Howdy, brother. Young man picked off?
Yeah.
And that's the third this month, Steve. Well, Jack was mighty quick on the draw. How'd he get it? A knife from behind. I'm going to get this gang, no matter who it is. Maybe you will. I hope you do. But it's a one-sided game, Frank. 3 in 1 month is big bounty. What do you know about that $1,000 deposit Jack Marlin made in your bank, Steve? Well, all I know about it is he put it in a couple of days ago. So I'm doing it myself. Hey, do you suppose he would... There's a big, powerful outfit behind this gang. No. More likely it's a small bunch of fast-running gophers that know their holes well. Maybe. And I aim to find those holes.
Big one. Good as he can. Got it. Beat badly. Yeah. Where you at, Kawhi? Where you at? Wolf. I'll raise it 51.
I'll just check.
I'll call it. That's good.
Well, looks like you boys are about clean.
You're not quitting, are you?
Huh?
You don't think you're going to quit, do you?
Why, Mr. Fletcher, you ain't got no objections, have you?
Yeah. Considerable.
Well, I'll just bank this. Say, you know, you boys are unreasonable. We've been fumbling around here all night. Who's dealing anyhow?
Why, it's my deal.
You're wrong, boys. I deal it. Come on, get out of the corner. I don't want nobody behind me. Come on, get out. You ain't going nowhere, brother. Get back to that tie rail.
Mary, are you in there? Open that door.
Thanks.
Mary, are you in there? Mary. Well, I got the money. The horse is mine.
I've changed my mind, Paisano.
Who? Oh, my friend, you got my horse. Man, policia! That's funny. Mary, are you in there? Open that door.
Ah, so you healthy? So you helped him get away?
Why, what makes you think so?
Schultz told me.
Oh, Schultz.
You're still interested in Pete Marlin, aren't you?
Am I?
Now listen, Mary.
Do you want me to continue working for you?
Why, certainly.
Then, please.
Adios, senor.
Hold on, Joe.
Wasn't that Pete Marlin you were shooting at? We don't want any trouble with him. He's worse than the law.
That's him, all right, Venero. But he's robbed us and beat it.
Huh, fine bunch of gamblers you are. Falling for his game again.
He got you the last time, didn't he?
Sure he did, but once is enough. I know when I'm beat.
Yeah. Well, he's got our door and we're gonna get it.
Don't be a fool, Schultz. I've got bigger things for you to do than chasing that tiger. Now, come on.
Hello there. Where's your boss? happened to Jack? Well, I suppose you'll have another grand parade. Waving the flag and bragging about another one of your men going to a glorious death. And then forgetting.
From what I found on Jack Marlin, he'll be buried without honors.
Jack Marlin was a straight boy. There was only one thing wrong with him, and that was his brother. Now you're gonna bury him with every honor you've got, or you won't live to bury him.
Read that. I found it on your brother.
But his letter could have been addressed to me. I'm Senior Marlin, too. Was this letter opened when you got it?
Well, no. Come to think of it, it was.
It's planted on it.
May be right. But what do you know about this $1,000 deposit Jack made in my brother's bank?
I gave him that money.
Where did you get that kind of money?
I collected that money across the river in a poker game.
I'm sorry, Pete. In my desire to serve the law, I just couldn't figure straight.
Oh, I know. I know you like Jack. So did I.
Here's Jack's badge. I know he'd want you to have it.
Yeah? Jack always wanted me to ride with him. Now I reckon it'll be me that's wanting it.
I want you to wear it, not only as a remembrance of Jack, but I'd like to have you in the service.
That's sure funny. Looks like the law's got me at last. Well, Chapo, you must have been heading where you last saw Jack. You come on, see if you can lead me to it.
the matter with you? That's silk. What's the matter with you? Help! 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 I can't sleep! Help! 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 Help!
Well, done 'em, kid.
Hello there. Say, you are a gal, ain't you?
Uh-huh.
You know something?
What?
Well, when I first saw you down the river, I thought you was a boy.
Yeah?
What is your name, anyhow?
Bernice. They call me Bernie. But don't you be doing it.
Oh, no. Oh, Bernice. Say, that's a right pretty name. Bernice.
What's your name?
Oh, Pete. Call me Pete Marlowe.
Not Pete Marlin, the bad man?
Now, who told you I was bad?
I know all about you.
They're kidding you. I ain't bad.
Well, you look good to me, Pete.
Thanks.
Gee, I wish I had a dad like you. Instead of that old brute.
Hey. You hadn't ought to talk that way about your old man.
Oh, I know it. But I can't help it. It's terrible. Sometimes I think he's not my dad at all. Oh, I hate him. I wish nothing had happened to him. I hate him.
Get up there. Say, you mustn't get all excited that way. That's how you fell in the river. Got all wet. Say, you know you remind me an awful lot of somebody.
Lester. Sweetheart? Oh, come on. Tell me all about it, Pete.
No, there's no story. That's all there is to it.
You know what, Pete?
No, what?
You saved my life. So I belong to you. Well, I mean, you're responsible for me. See?
Say, I don't get you.
Well, this is what it is, Pete. When Pop comes back and finds out I've lost his horse, why, he'll beat me to death.
No, your pop ain't gonna beat you.
Oh, yes, he will, Pete. Why, he'll kill you if he finds you here. Yes, he will, Pete.
Now listen here. Your pop ain't gonna kill nobody.
Oh, go dear, Pete. You don't know him. See this? I hide it. This is what he beat me with. Feel back here. Feel. Feel. You understand now? Listen, Pete. I got an idea. I ain't ever had much chance to be a girl or anything. I mean, just around these sheep all the time, and why, not even across the river to Mexico. And Pete, why, we could go across the river to. You could take me to Mexico on your horse. You're responsible for me, Pete. What if you're not gonna take me? Why didn't you let me stay in the river? I can't stay here, Pete.
Hunter!
I can't stay here. He's coming. He's here now. You gotta go. You'll kill us both. You and go out this way.
Now, he ain't gonna kill nobody.
But you don't know him, Pete. You don't know him. You gotta go.
Stop.
Pete.
Stop. What are you doing here?
Well, Pop, you see, the horse.
Never mind. The little gal met with an accident. A horse threw her into the river down there, and she nearly drowned in it.
Now, where's the horse?
Say, you don't understand. I say, a little girl fell off a horse into the river. She was drowning, and I come along just in time and pulled her out.
Haven't I told you before to walk when you tend the sheep and lead the horse?
Say, I was in the water myself. I got a little wet. I'm cold. Ain't you going to ask me to have a drink?
I don't know you. Who are you?
I'm Pete Marlin.
Pete Marlin. $1,000 fella. The bad man. I'm Donovan. Mike Donovan.
Yes, I've heard of you, Mr. Donovan. And your kid here, too.
Hey, didn't you hear what Mr. Marlin asked for? Go and bring the liquor.
Never mind, come to think it over, I ain't cold no more. I don't want any drink.
Mr. Marlin, I've heard a lot about your poker play. What about a little game here tonight with me and a few of my friends?
No, I'm sorry. I got an engagement across the river tonight.
Oh, don't go. Stay for supper. I can cook. Can't I, Pop?
Sure.
Why, now, that's right kind of you, Bernice. But you remember me telling you about somebody you reminded me of? Well, that's why I'm going back across the river, Steve.
Well, take me with you. Don't leave me, please. Remember what I told you.
There ain't a thing in the world for you to worry about while I'm Because I'm across the river, if anything happens to you, it's just going to be plumb disastrous. Hey, by the way, maybe I can get back around 7 o'clock. Would that be all right?
Oh, that's good. Sure, we'll wait. Oh, Mr. Marlin. You don't happen to be a brother of Jack Marlin, the ranger, do you?
Yeah, Jack's my brother.
Well, I heard he'd been killed.
Who told you that?
See, some towhand down the river.
No, I guess not. Jack's able to take care of himself.
Well, bring him along, eh?
Oh, yes, one of us will be here. So long, Bernice.
Goodbye.
Well, that's Jack Marlin's horse. We better take him with us to the walking cheese. The boss don't want him left here.
Right.
Come on. We found Jack Marlin's horse down by the river. We found it here.
What? Why, that'll put feet Marlin on our trail. My brother Frank made him a ranger this morning. What?
Huh?
Get rid of it. Kill it. Anything. You fool.
Well, I didn't know they made him a ranger.
Go on. Get to it.
Pick him up. Nice walking, Pete.
Well, I was just trying to turn Jack's horse loose on the range.
You're not turning any horse loose on no range.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Get over to the house.
Which house?
That house yonder.
Stay where you are. You remember this. I'll kill the first man that tries to ride Jack's horse.
Go ahead. Go on, get your horses and go. Quickly, bullet.
Well, come on, old boy. Let's get back across this river.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, Senor Ranger.
Well, I just left your friend Steve Henderson and Joel Fletcher, and now I meet you, huh?
Yes, and perhaps for the last time. You make some moves, shoot. Hey, looks like we'll have our little game all right, Pete. With me and Venero dealing. Shut up! Leave her alone, Donovan.
Well, we live and learn in every game.
The few games you'll never learn, Marlin. You haven't much time left. I'm going to give you a run and 10 counts for the river. You ready?
Looks like my luck's about run out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Senor Gomez. Come just in time. We caught the horse thief for you.
Gracias, Senor Venero.
Gracias.
Me too, Senor Gomez. And I don't mean maybe. Hey, those are right pretty. Something new?
Take her home. I'll tend to things here. Yeah.
Pete Hart. Come here, look at this.
What's up? What is it, Mac?
Someone just come out of the back. My phone leg kept me from catching it.
Need Marlin's horse.
Yeah, stay here.
I'll see if I can get in. The matter, Steve?
I've been robbed, Frank. I didn't see who's in it. Hit me right here.
Let's see. Oh, that ain't too bad. It's the way I'd hit you with the part of a gun.
Yes, I guess he did.
Come inside. You get Marlin's horse over to show Fletcher?
Yes.
You know what to do with it?
Well, yes, the bank business.
That's right. Marlin, come over here. I had to pull off that stunt today on account of Donovan. Here, make use of these. Come over to my place where you can hide out for a spell.
Say, that's mighty kind of you, Venero. Thanks.
I figured you'd understand. Now, the minute he comes out of that jail door, let him have it. You understand?
Hey,
What you want?
open this door. Come on. Come back here. Don't go.
Well, you get into the bank?
Yeah, I got him. I've been wondering whether Steve Henderson recognized me or not.
Don't you worry about Steve Henderson. I'm going to let you in on something. Steve had Joe Ryan killed so he could get possession of that walking T ranch. Then he flashed a forged bill of sale on Ryan's wife. Told her that Joe had sold him the place and skipped with their baby girl.
Well, what happened to the kid?
Donovan raised her as his daughter. That's Bernice, the girl I'm going to marry.
Well, what's Mary doing running Steve Henderson's place?
Oh, he's had his eye on her for a long time.
Well, let's get down to business before Pete Marlin finds out I planted that horse out there by the bank and blows the works.
Pete Marlin ain't going to bother us any more than his brother Jack. He's been taken care of.
Well, that is news.
Up. Well, here's our bank. Ought to be 5,000 in it this time.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's all here. Same old packages. I think I'll send a little note back with him this time. Come on, Fred. Right. Go on. Well, how about those walking tea papers?
How about 5,000 more of an arrow?
You're getting a little bit heavy, ain't you?
No. If they're worth 5,000 to you, Steve Henderson would pay a little bit more to get them back.
Oh, you're going to get that way, are you?
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to take all these chances for nothing. You've made plenty off of Steve Henderson. Now I want a little of it myself.
Well, maybe you're right. You've done some good work for us. The American side.
Easy. Back up. Come on, come on.
You leave Pete's horse here. We'll skirmish around a little. You keep your eyes open, Mac. All right, Cap. Come on.
Pete, what are you doing here?
Mary, I've been doing some investigating. And I think I found out something's going to arrest you.
What?
That Walking Tea ranch belongs to you. The bill of sale that Steve Henderson held is a forgery. Now here it is. You keep that, hide it somewhere, and don't let nobody get it.
Oh, Pete, why do you do all this for me?
Well, honey, even if you did marry Joe, I haven't stopped thinking about you. I wonder if it'd be all right if I told you something. Could you stand a little shock?
Why? Sure, Pete. I guess I could stand most anything. What is it?
Well, there ain't no use you looking for Joe no more. Joe was done away with.
Oh! My baby. Pete, my baby. Oh, where is she, Pete?
Yeah, I was coming to that, honey. She's safe.
Oh! Oh, my baby.
You know that kid that lives across the river with Donovan?
Yes.
Well, that's her, honey.
Oh, Pete. Oh, Pete, take me to her, Pete, please, right away.
Now listen, I couldn't do that. I'm going after her now. I'll bring her back to you. You just stay here. I'll sure fetch her.
Oh, but Pete, it's dangerous.
Huh?
It's dangerous.
Gosh, I hope so.
Oh.
Barney, what are you doing here?
Dobe!
What's the idea, Mike?
Chief wants you for robbing his brother's bank.
Who says I did it?
Steve Henderson himself swapped the warrant.
White Eagle believe that?
Sorry, Pete. My orders is to bring you in.
Listen, I can explain everything, Mac. Now just let me show you these tapes.
Give him up! This sure's gonna cost you plenty.
Well, it's your own fault. Gosh, you ought to know better than to interfere with the law. Well, I'm sorry to do this, old partner. Say, if you want me, you'll find me over at Donovan.
Well, hello. Come on up. And let me pet you. They never will let me play with you, will they? Well, what's this they've been doing to you?
I've not told you before not to touch this, Don.
Why would you pet him, Pop?
What did you take out of there?
I didn't take anything out of there.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You haven't been snooping around on me, have you?
You know I wouldn't do.
Has the big man been out here?
No, he hasn't, Pop.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Remember what I told you? You whipped the kid. Oh, you whipped the kid, huh?
Mr. Badman!
Pick him up.
Leave him alone. This is my job. Turn around. Well, Pete Marlin, I guess this is the end of your career.
Who did this, Mac?
Pete Marlin did it.
Untie him.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I know all about that walking tea business and you fellas getting that ranch away from Mary. What I wanted to ask you was, what about that smuggling business over from the other side of the line, and about that dog with the overcoat on? Was that, did you figure that all out?
I might as well admit it, because the star witness is going to be dead.
Well, I just wanted to compliment you, Mr. Henderson. That was right smart. That just took brains. Now, here I am going along all my life, figuring on just riding luck all the time, going along with luck, and now I find out I'm wrong.
I'll back up so I don't smoke you.
Drop it.
Now, would you boys mind stepping aside and letting the lady pass?
Where is she?
Bernice is in the back room there, Mary.
Oh. Oh, Pete.
Oh. Well, it kind of looks like I was wrong after all. Looks like luck was with me. Back up a little bit, Mike. I sure feel sorry for your brother, Steve. It's gonna be hard on White Eagle to send you to the penitentiary, especially with Scarface here for your companion.
What makes you think I'm going to the penitentiary?
Oh, you're going there, all right. Unless you move too sudden-like. Well, it looks like everything's all right now. Come on. Let's be moving.
Hand over those guns, Pete.
I'm using them right now, Chief.
Mac's got you covered, too.
Well, you give Mac the order to shoot. There'll be 4 brothers dead instead of 2.
Why, what have you done, Mr. Henderson?
Robbed the bank.
When?
Today, at dusk.
Why, he was over the river at dusk.
The lady's right, Chief. I was on the other side of the line at dusk. I'm sorry to tell you this, Eagle. But your brother Stephen here is the man you ought to be investigating.
On what charge?
Forgery, kidnapping, and smuggling. He's the brains behind that smuggling gang. You ought to see the nice toupee he's got made for a dog.
Well, that's the punk I never...
Easy, Stephen. Remember what I told you about moving too sudden? He was the brains behind that smuggling outfit. Fletcher, Venero, and Donovan here.
I got the dog. You want to show him, please?
There's what I was telling you about. That's how they got the stuff across the line.
That's not my dog. That belongs to Donovan. You can't tack that onto me. Keep your mouth, Detective. I ain't gonna string for your dirty crimes, Stephen. Go on, tell him how you stole your Irons Ranch. Go on, go ahead and tell him how you arranged with Salt Fletcher to bump off Jack Marlin. You can't deny it. You're guilty, and I'm not really gonna be the goat for you. I'll turn straight to the sheep. Take him away. I'm going out of this. I'm not gonna string for you. No, you dirty, rotten devil. I don't.
I'm plumb sorry, White Eagle. I sure know how you feel.
Where's your badge, Pete?
Well, you want that back, do you?
Come on, you two. Get together. For the love of Pete, quit stalling.
Thanks for watching the show. I'm RJ Word. You already know my dad, Rob, because you were just watching an episode and you stuck around.
And you know what's interesting is I'm sure you see RJ's name in the credits all the time. Well, he and I now are going to do something together where you can see both of us instead of...
Well, actually...
You can't see either one of us.
You can't see either of us. It's a podcast.
But you'll hear him.
Exactly.
Podcast, it's new for me, but I'm excited about it. We're going to be having a lot of interviews with Western personalities like we've been doing for the past 11 years right here on A Word on Westerns. But now it's A Word on Westerns podcast.
You know, that's more than a third of my life. We've been doing this show for more than a third of my life.
He was in high school when we started at the Autry in 2013, and he used to skip class to come and work as a PA, and now he's bossing me around. Can you believe that?
He was a cool dad, and he takes instruction very well. I'm very proud of him. But our podcast is every Monday.
Every Monday a new one drops. Isn't it up all the time then, and you can access it anytime?
You can access it anytime wherever you find your podcasts or on our new channel, A Word on Westerns podcast.
Sounds good to me.
The links are... I'm going to put it over his face.
He did graduate, too.
Click here.